Hi, it's Mike Ackerman again. Thanks for joining me for episode 6 of the Stop the Silence Healthcare Campaign video blog. You can find this blog on YouTube, on the Ackerman Consulting YouTube station, or on ackerman.healthcare, or maybe you found it on the Facebook campaign, Stop the Silence in Healthcare. Anyways, happy to report that the Silence in Healthcare, Stop the Silence in Healthcare campaign is going very well. In fact, we're up to almost 800 members. Thank you so much for supporting this. I would encourage you to continue to share, invite your friends, go into Facebook and actually go in and invite friends to the page. Boy, it'd be really nice if we could break 1,000. I also want to thank everybody that's been contributing and sharing their stories. It's been heartwarming for me to know that this campaign really strikes a chord with a lot of people. Anyways, over the last few video blogs, I've outlined some steps to change the culture in your work environment, or any environment for that matter. I've spent some time talking about Cotter. Well, I'm going to take a step back now, and I'm going to talk about what I call your professional pause. Last January, I was in a situation where I really felt I needed to get out of it. And I called it my professional pause. I hit the pause button, I stopped, I said, I really want to figure out what I want to do. And I was able to really evaluate my career, evaluate where I've been, evaluate where I wanted to go, and really pause and figure out what was my next step. You can ask yourself, well, how do you know when you need a pause? Well, you'll know. You feel frustrated, you feel burnt out, you feel like you have no influence, no impact, you don't like your job, you're walking in the morning and you're already anticipating who's going to aggravate you, what situation is going to aggravate you, and you haven't even started your day. You don't like to go. It could be an experience of just frustration, it could be moral distress, it could actually be depression. Some people I've talked to actually feel depressed but feel like they can't get out of the situation. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can get out of the situation, and I think the pause is one way to do it. You hit the pause button and you say, you know what, I'm just going to evaluate things. Now, I had the beauty of being able to pause for a few months while I evaluated, looked at things. I have an extremely supportive wife and family, and I was able to do that. But your pause just might be a day. Take a day off where you go on a personal retreat. Evaluate what do you want to do with your life. Maybe you need to pause from your particular job. Take another job, maybe not as strenuous, not as stressful. Take a week off. Take a month off if you can afford it. That's what the pause is all about. It doesn't have to be for months, but it needs to be a period of time when you can just evaluate what you want to do. Network, call your friends, talk to your family, reach out to people that maybe you haven't reached out to in a while. Get some advice. The other thing I suggest is enlisting the support of a coach. And when you hear coach, the first thing I'm sure that comes to mind is, oh my God, that's expensive. I don't know if I can afford it. I don't know if I can do that. Why do I need it? Well, I will tell you that I reached out to a coach who I found extremely valuable. I reached out to Pam Smith, who's here in Rochester, and she's got her own company. It's Class Act Consulting and Professional Development, and she actually wrote a book. I'm going to plug her book. She probably doesn't know I'm doing this, but anyways, it's called The Professional Nurse, Market Yourself for Successful Results, and I highly recommend the book. It really, the book got me on track, but also Pam got me on track. And a coaching relationship is not necessarily a long-term relationship. You can start and stop with coaches. It wasn't extremely expensive, and who else should you rather invest in than yourself? So anyways, it may not be for you, but I just found having a coach helpful, and Pam was good for me. But there's a lot of people out there that are in this space. So I talked about how you need to, how you'll know that you need this pause. Well, then what do? Well, as I said, you network, maybe use a coach, but sit down and ask yourself and write down, What's your ideal job? What do you want to do? For me, I wanted a leadership role. I knew I wanted to lead. I didn't know whether it was corporate healthcare. I've spent the last 12 years in high-level corporate healthcare jobs, whether it was in academia, whether it was in consulting. So I did start a consulting company, but that's not for everybody. But establish, what do you want to do? And it may not be the exact job, but generally, what types of activities do you enjoy doing? And then after that, the beauty of being a nurse is go find it. There are so many opportunities out there for nurses right now, whether it's home care, whether it's consulting, whether it's per diem work, locum tenens work, whether it's working part-time at a university. You know, universities are looking for clinical instructors all the time if you have that skill set. So anyways, take the time, invest in yourself, pause, and really evaluate what you want to do. If you want to, you can call me. I can help coach you through it. That's something that I really feel strongly about. I'm anxious to mentor and coach people. The other thing is, and I'd like to say I invented this, but I heard this from somebody else. When you think about your next job, or you think about the job you're in now, there's two things that I like to think about. First one is work with people that you like working with. And it doesn't have to be that you're friends with everybody that you work with, but work with people that you really like working with. And the second thing is, don't work with jerks. And if you stick by those two rules, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to be happy. So anyways, that's Mike Ackerman. I'm happy to take your calls. I really appreciate the fact that you guys have been supportive of the Facebook campaign and that you've really participated. I do have more buttons if you're interested. Don't forget, today is Stop the Silence in Healthcare Day, as is every second Friday of the month. And I've got something new to display, and that is I've got these nice wristbands, Stop the Silence in Healthcare. So if you're interested in those, message me, let me know. Be happy to get some out to you. And I also thank everybody that's been so supportive on the page. Continue to participate, share your stories. We're at about 800 members. Just think, if we invite 200 more, we'll be at 1,000. Who would have thought? So that's it for now. I'm going to sign off, and hopefully you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Thanks, and over and out. Bye-bye.